everybody, my name is Adekigwe Princess Adetoro, and we are back again on LSA Sports Chat. And today we are going to be talking about the Governors Cup recount. And with me here is our honorable guest, the heroes of the Governors Cup Osun State 2024. On my left is...
My name is Adebola Toib. I'm the right center back of Lion Lake Sports Academy.
My name is Atolagbe David. I'm the defensive midfielder of Lion Lake Sports Academy.
My name is Uzuka Richard. I'm the LSA striker.
My name is Ajagbe Abdukoyum. I'm the school captain and I'm the school left fullback.
My name is Adeleke Fas. I'm the left winger of Lion Lake Sports Academy.
My name is Coach Lukman Yusuf Popola. I'm the head of football coach Lion Lake Sports Academy.
Thank you, sir. It's an honor having you guys here. I'm so delighted. Yeah, to the captain, how does it feel to lead the team in the first, the major cup of the school? How does it feel like? I'd like to know.
I'm very excited because this will be my first cup I'll be winning for the school. This is my first not first competition, but first cup I'll be winning for the school. I'm very excited, and we are because we've been defeated by some school that they use mercenary, but later we heard that we've later qualified, and we're happy to meet our opponents at the final at Osogbo Stadium. So when we are at the final, we're very happy before we start the game. So we saw many chances. So although the opponent too, because this final, there's no small team in final. The opponent too, they couldn't agree with us. So we end the first half with 0-0. So because I didn't play, so they go in, coach talked to them, and they came back in the second half. They tried their best, but the game still ended in 0-0. So I was really afraid, because the next thing is for us to go to the penalty, and penalty is anybody's game, it's nobody's game. Those professional, the heroes, they are losing the penalty, so it's nobody's game. So when we go into the penalty, I couldn't look at my teammates playing the penalty. I just bowed down my head. So the only thing and the feeling I can know is that when the audience, when they shout, that's what I know, that maybe my teammates have scored or they lose the balls. None of them lose the penalty. So we were able to carry the call back from Osogbo down to Iwosun, Ayedire local government. We're very excited.
Yeah, I discovered that you didn't feature in most of the matches, and some precisely. What happened? What transpired? What happened? Because as a captain, you expected to be featured in most of the matches. What happened?
The reason why is that we as a 3 students, we went for DC WAEC on the 29th of February. So we came back on the 31st of January, and we came back on the 20th of February. So that is close to the competition already. So I personally, I'm a player that if I didn't train for a week before I cover it, it used to take a month before I can recover it. So I couldn't recover it on time. So I was unable to meet up with the intensity of the game.
Yes, to the defensive midfielder of Lion Lake Sports Academy, David. Yes, you took the last penalty. How did it feel? The audience, the shouting, the pressure on you by your teammates, even by yourself. I'm sure you'd be afraid. So how did it feel to take the last penalty? What was your experience?
My experience was when I'm about to go to the field to go and play the last penalty. As I was going to the place to go and play the last penalty, I was afraid because some are shouting my name, because normally I've not lost penalty like decider in my life once. So as I was going to the place, so I look up to God and I was praying that I should not lose, because if I lose the penalty, I will cry a lot because it will pain me a lot. So I look up to God and I pray before I play the penalty. So as the fans are shouting, I was scared because I can't wait to score the penalty and go and jubilate. So unfortunately, I scored the penalty.
Well, sorry to ask about this, but what has been your experience generally in football? Like the pains you have gone through, and like relating to this Governor's Cup. Actually, what was your experience precisely in the Governor's Cup?
My experience was like when we start this Governor's Cup, we go to go and play some games. So and as we get to Iwo to play the games, we are like some are saying that this is like Lagos Sport Academy, they are very good, they are very this and that. I was like okay, let's start the game. So we won the game, first match, second match we won. So we go to Osogbo to go and play. We won quarter final. So semi-final we cannot match the Ife team. So I did not start the game. I entered because I stay outside because I'm looking the game. I was angry because the score silly goal, that the goal that Ife score in Lagos Sport Academy was very bad goal. But when that time I have some injury, so Romario said I should not play the match. I was like angry that I want to play the match, but unfortunately Romario said I should go and warm up. So I entered the field with. As I enter the pitch, they give me some balls, so I drive in, I give some pass, so they miss the goal, and I was like angry. So they beat us that day, and we go. So later I was sleeping inside the class, and I heard that the fair was disqualified. That Islam Lagos Sport Academy is going to play the final. I was like, thank God, like. So as they are saying it, they said, if we get to Osogbo, we are going to beat Ataoja, we are going to do this, do that. I was like, they should not say that because they beat us in semi-final. So God can do anything he likes. So as we get to Osogbo, I'm not happy because that day as I'm warming up, I'm not happy that we should win the cup. We should just get the cup fast and we should start jubilating. As we get to the field, I saw a early chance that I was supposed to concede, I was supposed to score, but unfortunately I can't score the goal. So we start the game. So first half 0-0 and second half 0-0. Unfortunately, we win the cup and carry it.
Yeah, moving to the youngest player in that competition, like a big shout out to you though. Like what transpired between you and the goalkeeper when you scored the penalty? What can you say about that? Because it was funny actually.
My confidence in the penalty shootout, because already all of us know that penalty shootout is just lucky penalty. So I saw a lot of crowd doing the penalty and I'm very afraid to play the penalty, but my teammate gave me the confidence to go and play the penalty and I played the ball to the net. And the goalkeeper, before I played the penalty, the goalkeeper was shouting, my ball, my ball, my ball, my ball. I was just looking at him that if I lose this kind of penalty, I won't be able to see the opportunity again. So God gave me the grace and I scored the penalty. I really appreciate it.
Like anytime, yeah, like during the first half break and the second half before the penalty, can you tell us some of the things your able coach, shout out to you sir, will tell you, like maybe the advice or anything he will tell you during that break? Like what are the things Coach Romario used to tell you guys during any big match like that?
During the first half, I was very afraid because the game intensity was very high. And when they start the second half, Coach Romario used to tell us one thing in training. He used to tell us that if we play to the instruction, we always do well. So during the second half, our midfielder they are donating the ball very well more than first half, and I was very happy. When coach looked at me outside, he was he was like, if I put this boy, will this boy perform very well? And the three coaches they are looking at me whether I can perform in the match or not. And when I enter the match, I tried my best to put myself into the game, and the game ended at kick out, penalty kickoff. And LSA, I learned one thing in NSA. I learned one thing during the penalty kickoff. All the fans shouting, LSA, 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 LSA. I was like, God save us today. God save us. And that gave me the confidence to play the penalty.
And tallest, Richard. Like, what motivated you into football, not basketball, because of your height? What gave you the insurance that you could be a good player in football? Like, why didn't you join any other sport like athlete, volleyball, handball? Why is it that you picked football?
Football is a game that unites everyone, because football is life, football is love, and football is money. My motivation while I'm playing football is that I want to be a great player in my life, because some of these great players have their own stories to tell, whereas I'm not perfect, because nobody's perfect. So what usually keeps me going is that whenever I saw my chances and I convert it. So those at the top level, they started from one place, and I think and I'm sure I'll get there.
What exactly was your lesson during the Governor's Cup? What were you able to bring out during the Governor's Cup? Like, what is your precise lesson?
This competition and Governor's Cup, I learned a lot, because during all our match at Iwo zone, we met some teams that are older than us, but due to all the training we had, and my able coach usually say something that football is not about height, it's about you having the knowledge of football. So we defeated all the war zones and we went to Osogbo. During the quarterfinal, we won the match and we came back to Uliobu successful. During the semi-final, unfortunately, we lost due to some reasons. Firstly, during the semi-final, I personally, I saw some chances that I should convert, but I failed to convert it. So they scored us an early goal and we were not organized at all. So I think we lost the match due to the reasons. And my experience so far in the final match has been a great one, because I won't lie, I've never played in such a crowd place before in my life. So, but I know within myself that I can keep going and I will still play very more match.
Moving to the assistant captain of this able team. Please, anytime you want to play a big match, like a very big game like this Governor's Cup, what's your mindset? Like, what will be your greatest fear? What will be the point of happiness to you doing games like that, like the big games? I don't mean small friendly matches.
Whenever I want to play a big match or a big competition like this, I usually feel happy because I know what is going to happen at the end of the day, because coach do tell us that in football we have 3 outcomes: either we win, lose, or we draw. So whenever I want to play a big match, I usually feel happy because I believe in myself and I believe in my teammates. Because before we go for any match or competition, Coach usually tell us everything that is going to happen. Like we treat everything in football. He will teach us how to receive, how to retain the ball, and how to release the ball. And so that is why I usually happy whenever I want to play
If you
match.
are to speak on behalf of the entire team, what would be the word of appreciation that you would like to tell your coach?
I would like to appreciate our coach for being there for us anytime. Like if you are not getting something right on the field, coach will ask you. If you don't understand, like you should signify. And coach did not mind the amount of money he's collecting, and he's trying his best to get us to where we are going. Like he will explain so many things to us. If coach teach us something on field and you do not understand, if you go and meet him, he will still explain to you, and he will still do some. He will use another thing to explain football for you. Coach has did it for me before. He used chess to explain football, like the way you pass, the way you move to the ball.
To the coach of these superheroes, to the one and only coach any player could ever ask to have. Yes. So how does it feel to be the coach of an undefeated team? Like for years actually you have been coaching these heroes, I must say. Like how do you feel anytime you enter a scene? You feel like the best, you be the favorite of many people. How do you feel to be the coach of the undefeated?
Thank you so much, my uncle. It is my absolute pleasure being a coach of this magnitude football sport academy, Lareliki. I always feel excited to handle this particular sports schools, and coaching this school was my dream, and it's a dream comes true that training the young athletes, developing them from the scratch, from the Adam ABC of football to the advanced level. To your question, it is absolute pleasure coaching like a sports academy.
During the semi-final, you guys lost a match, and that was below the expectation of your fans and everybody. Did you have any belief that you could feature in the finals? Did you have any faith? Because as a coach too, sometimes it can depend on your faith and on your work. So, and according to my research, you are a Muslim. Do you have any belief that you guys could ever feature in the Governors Cup final, or you thought that that's the end of the journey in the Governors Cup?
Absolutely not. I couldn't believe it that we could feature in the final, because we failed to beat Ife Anglican school in the semi-final due to some inability of my players to follow some instructions. Though the players, they really did a lot. They tried their best. It was the silly goal that we considered that prevented us from organizing as a team. When you are one goal down and facing a team that you have almost the same quality, it takes a team to come up, and we thank God we come out from the one goal down and we level up, and due to some reasons we considered another late goal, and which we could not come back. We tried to come back, but football, at times you would think it's going to be positive, and you get negative results. Absolutely, I did not believe we can feature in the final, but in football or in any sport, there is a technical issue that if you know how to pursue it's not about playing the game of the field on the pitch. One is to play the game on the pitch, then another thing is to knock your opponent out when you discover some abnormality in the team. Maybe they are featuring ineligible players. You can let them play and write protest letter. It's part of the job that you protest. You write a protest letter to the organizer that you've discovered a particular error that they should look into, and I think that's what we did. And when the organizer go and verify our complaint, they discover that we are saying the truth, and at the end of the day, if Anglican was disqualified, and it was a joyful moment for the Iwo Zone to listen or hear the good news again that they are going to play in the final. You know, if you see the school environment, the town, it was absolutely pleasure.
Yeah, coach, about the penalty lineup, did you make the decision on how and who to play it, or you trusted your players?
I look at those players that selected themselves, and I need to agree on that. And the last training we did, some of them played the penalty in the training, and those are the ones that raised their hand that they want to play, and I accepted the offer.
Out of the Governors Cup, actually, how do you feel like about the high-profile match? Will you advise or think that your players should play high-profile matches above Governors Cup so as to gain more experience or bring out the talent in them?
Then what we regarded as high-profile matches, we say the team, the kind of particulars you want to play, and the pitch at which we want to play. Like Rema Star now, I mean, Beyond Limits, it is a kind of high-profile matches that we play on the Rema Beyond Limits Stadium and the Shooting Star Stadium as well. Those are the kind of matches we are expecting to play, because those matches will reflect the actual knowledge that we are teaching our students. That's the best place at which our player will display the knowledge that we've taught them. That is the only place we can see that our players, all the training we've been giving them is always based on high profile matches. In fact, those are the kind of matches where I'm praying for that I am wishing that we should organize for the school.
Some of your players, like most of your important, like everybody is important, but your major team players, most of them will be graduating this year. How do you feel? Do you think without them the school team can still continue to be the champion everybody's asking for? Do you think that after they graduate, like, what's your feelings about the graduating SS3 players?
The SS3 are going right. It's a pleasure that they are going to leave, and this place is a developmental academy. We develop player here. In other academic, they are looking for ready-made players, but here we are a developmental school. Having little ability, we take it up from there, and we are going to develop it. Look at the final now. About 7 are players in the final. SS2 players in the final. I mean, played in the final, and the SS3, about 4 of them play in the final. You can see we are grooming a kind of team that we inherit the SS3 students. If 7 of SS2 players can play in the final, definitely we have backup already. That question, I think it has been answered from the Governor's Cup that we play in Osogbo.
Thank you guys for joining us in this episode of the LSA Sports Chat, and I say thank you for our guests, like for coming down here to witness this place. I say thank you. Join us next time on this episode. I still remain myself, my humble self actually. I think you go Princess Adito. Love you guys. Bye.